Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're here in the garage and you guys know that can only mean one thing. It's time for another install. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be replacing all the white bulbs with LEDs. This is going to include the license plate lights, the backup lights, the third brake light, and every single bulb that can be found inside, to include the vanity mirror lights. So let me show you what I'm working with real quick. So I have 5270s that are probably going to go into the tail lights. I have Feastoon. Actually, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Feastoon. But anyway, I got those bulbs both in 10mm and 12mm that are going to go in the vanity mirrors. I have 921 interchangeables, and I believe these are 921 interchangeables as well. So with every single bulb that I have here, that should cover every single white bulb, both in the interior and exterior of the truck. A little added bonus to this video is we're also going to be adding aftermarket ambient light that's going to go underneath the driver footwell, the passenger footwell, and behind the driver and passenger seats to create ambient lighting for the passengers and the rear seats as well. But that's going to be a little later in the video. Let's get to the easy stuff first, and then I'm going to zoom in and try to go step by step on how I'm going to wire up the ambient light. When you're working with these tail lights, you do want to add a little bit of force to that pulling motion because they're in there very tight with a very firm rubber socket. Now for the license plate bulb. A lot of people are often confused about these. All you really need to do is get underneath the bumper, and the bulb socket should be readily available, and just twist it, pull, change the bulb, and you're done. Alright, so with all the exterior bulbs taken care of, I'm going to move to the inside. For the inside, all I'm really going to need is plastic trim removal tools and my bulbs for 10 sides. So full disclosure here, I did mess up. I didn't replace the vanity lights, mainly because I have the wrong size. I thought I had 14mm and I don't. I have 41. So this is what I have, if it'll zoom in. There we go. And this tiny little thing is what it takes. Yeah. So it's not going to happen today. I'm just going to reorder the bulbs, and that'll be part of another video. So now let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the interior lighting, and let me show you everything that's going to be involved with this installation. Okay, so let's talk about everything that we have here on the tailgate. If you're going to take on this project, you got to make sure that you do it right. The first thing you're going to need is obviously your ambient light kit. I recommend having a multimeter, which is going to help you identify which wire is the one coming from the dimmer switch, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to wire these up so that they function with the dimmer switch. In other words, when the interior lights, such as the dash lights, the navigation lights, the radio lights, when all those lights come on, these will automatically come on with them. And when I brighten or dim those, these will brighten and dim with those as well. So that's how I'm going to wire these up, and that's precisely why we're going to need the multimeter. And then the other thing I recommend you do is back everything up with an inline fuse. And basically all this is going to do is protect the rest of your wiring in case this decides to give out. And then just some other things that we're probably going to need throughout the course of this installation is some heat shrink tubing, zip ties, and then obviously your quick connectors. First thing we're going to do, which I've actually already done, I'm just going to show you how I do it, is before I start to run these and wire these up, I want to make sure that the lights actually work. And because they're LEDs and they have very low voltage consumption, you can actually test these with just a simple 9-volt battery. So just like that, we know everything works. One thing I'm not going to do just yet is I'm not going to install the inline fuse mainly because I don't think I'm going to need all this wiring. Obviously, this is a Canyon. It's a very small interior, so I don't think there's going to be a need for all of this, but we'll see. Let's head inside and get this started. The first step here is very simple. It took me about 2 minutes to do. You want to remove all this plastic trimming. Once you do that, there is two 7mm bolts holding down this entire piece here. Once you remove those bolts, you just really have to give it a nice pull and a nice tug with your plastic trim removal tool, and everything should come off. Once you do that, you're going to have very easy access to the dimmer switch harness, and then after that you can start probing around to see which wire is going to be the one that you want to tap into. So it's going to be this yellow wire. It doesn't look like it has a stripe, so your solid yellow wire is going to be the wire to go to or to tap into. And the reason I know that is because when I probe into it with my multimeter and I operate the dimmer switch, the current actually fluctuates on the multimeter. So this is me probing it. Should be close to 12 volts. There it goes. So steady. Now I'm going to purposely dim it and the current should drop. There you go. So that's dim. Now I'm going to brighten. And you guys see that? So that's how I know that's the wire I want. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go grab my ambient light kit. I'm going to tap into it. I'm going to make sure that the lights function properly. And if they do, I can start running everything, tidying everything up. This should be a very simple, very straightforward install. So I'm pretty much done with the install. I tidied everything up. I ran all the wires. Everything is hooked up. All I really need to do is turn on the truck for the first time. But before I do that, I'm going to walk you through everything I did. And hopefully this helps you if you're going to take on this project yourself. So let's begin with the back seats. Okay, so what I did is I put the lights right underneath the seat. By the way, I have no idea what the hell that is. I didn't put that there. It's not mine. No idea why that shit's hanging out of the seat. But anyway, let's see here. Put the light right underneath. No, I'm not going to be able to catch it. But anyway, it's right underneath the seat. It's being held by a zip tie. Obviously, I ran all the wires underneath all of this plastic trimming here, so that way it's completely seamless. You can't even tell what I've done back here. And then once I turn it on, I'll show you all what that looks like. And let's go over to the front seat as well. Take this with me. Up here, basically what I did is same thing. I ran the wires up and through that little channel back there, zip tied everything to the existing wires back there. Those wires, those red and black wires you see off there in the distance, that's actually part of the siren I hooked up. I don't think I recorded that, or maybe I did, I don't know. But the truck is equipped with an emergency siren, just in case I get stuck off-roading or something stupid like that. But anyway, I ran the ambient light through the holes up here, have the inline fuse hooked up right back here with a standard 15 amp fuse, which is complete overkill. Again, the LEDs don't even draw that much current. Then I grounded the lights right there. Not sure if it's going to focus. Yes, it is. Right where that tape is at. Actually, let me fix this or it's going to bug me. There we go. A little bit better. Grounded the lights right there. Passenger side light right underneath the glove compartment. And I'm sorry for the low light, but obviously I'm shooting this at night. This being a video about lights, it just seems more logical that way. Let's try to turn the truck on. Let me turn this off here. And we'll see if it works. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Okay, so let's see if the dimming function works. Yeah, boy. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Let's see if the back ones work. Yep, sure do. Look at that. Oh, that's perfect. And obviously the reason I went with that aqua blue is because it matches all the interior lights, or the gauges I should say. It matches the gauges up here, and then it matches the entire lighting pattern that they have up here throughout the navigation and the radio setup. So it looks really, really nice. I'm going to finish cleaning up, put everything back together, and maybe do one more shot. Alright boys, so here's a complete install with the ambient light completely hooked up to the dimmer switch. I am absolutely in love with it. Look at this. So that's all there is to it, you guys. The entire install took me maybe about an hour and a half. Really, the hardest part was finding the right wire behind the dimmer switch. But now you guys know, because you watched me do it, it's a solid yellow wire behind the dimmer switch, and it's very easy to get to. 2 bolts, a couple prying tools, and it's an easy day to get back there. Quick note about the LEDs and the ambient light I showed you tonight. If you see any flickering or unnecessary shadows, or shadows are out of place, that's obviously because of the camera. I'm going to leave you with some before and after shots of all the lights that we installed tonight. I really hope this video helps you guys out, especially you guys visiting the channel from the forums. I'm going to leave product links for everything I used tonight in the description below. For me, this is all stuff I've accumulated over time, so I had the vast majority of the stuff. But for those of you that don't have some of this stuff, it probably is going to run you anywhere between 25 and 40 bucks just to make sure you do the job right. But you know, at the end of the day, 25 to 40 bucks is still an incredible bargain compared to the kit that GM sells, which I believe is a complete plug and play. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but I do believe it's a plug and play. The point is that their kit retails for $250 to $300 plus. As always, things are going to continue to happen to this truck, and I'm going to continue to try to do my best to record everything and put this up on a video format. As some of my loyal followers may have noticed by now, a lot of things are happening to this truck very, very quickly. As I speak, I still have an exhaust system sitting right there. I have rigid lights. I have hood brackets. There's so many things that I just don't have the time to install. So I'm doing my best to play catch up here and keep you guys updated. With that being said, don't miss the next how-to, installation, modification, everything that's happening to this truck. So please consider subscribing. Leave your comments below if you have any questions. Feel free to email me, leave your comments, follow me on Instagram, send me DMs. I respond to everything just to try to help you guys out. And finally, give this video a thumbs up. By the way, little side note, every single time I post one of my videos, within an hour or so, it's downvoted by one person, every single one of my videos. So if you're that person, I want to talk to you. I want to know why. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for checking out the video.